starting with Only You. There was actually a tech chart for this song, I believe, in ITL.
Yeah.
So somebody's jamming out to this.
If you do have Better Twitch TV, which is free, you got some jam emotes you can throw in the chat. If you really like a song, get them dancing emotes out there.
Looks like everybody's making sure their settings are saved and scanned. Oh yes, DDMPIU. I'm gonna just say pump it up.
I like how it's DDM SMX here.
Yeah, it should be. Fantastic.
Can I have your jacket until you want it back?
DDM SMX.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, so DDM, we have not seen DDM on this cab. We've seen NoBarBen, but
Yes.
clearly DDM's been tearing through the winner's bracket of pools. So this should be a great match between these two players.
You're going to have a lot of respect for these players who play in multiple games and play them well. Just like Pump It Up is the diagonals and the center, and then not worried about timing quite as much, and then, you know, switching over to a timing 5-panel game that's more in line with the cardinal directions.
Right.
Very hard to do. Ben, I know, very good at DDR. I'm not sure if he plays Pump It Up at all, but adapting to 2 different games as well, very hard to do.
Right. I would say that StepManiaX is a very good mix of the extremes that exist in DDR and Pump It Up.
Sure.
I think Pump It Up really requires you to move your body. Even the simplest patterns will require you to like physically move.
Yeah.
Whereas DDR, you don't have to move quite as much, except when you're doing things like Scoobies and stuff. But that's more about like, you know, getting the specific timing down and doing some like weird tech, figuring out what the chart wants you to do. So we get a lot of players from both Pump It Up and DDR because it's a nice middle ground between those two extremes.
Oh, DDM getting a miss there. It was really close throughout this whole match. Ben with the lead, maintaining it with a slightly larger one, and going to get the 99-4-2 here, taking game 1.
Those misses right at the end really cost you.
All right, going on to game 2, I think. All right, so we are getting a little bit of a report. So DDM came over, said he didn't really want to play on this cab. Something about it being laggy. I'm not sure if it's just a different timing thing for him, not being used to it. But we're waiting for the official word for the TO as to what's going to happen here.
All right, so I believe DDM Pump It Up, or SMX in this case, is DQing because he's, at least for this round, because this machine is different.
Yeah, he's... All right, hang on one sec.
Yeah, so like we've said, every machine is different, and you can be very used to the way that one machine performs compared to a different machine. And DDM is played on both machines, and he strongly prefers the other machine.
And it's funny. I mean, this is. I don't mean this in a slight against anybody. I know that there's some folks that have said that they prefer this one, and so I think it is just a player preference thing.
It really is.
We talked about it's hard in an event to like.
You have to adjust on the fly.
Adapt. Yeah.
Yeah. Like these players don't get a warm-up song, so they're going onto the machine. They have to like immediately adjust their timing to the different machines, and if you're used to one machine over another, then you could just be completely off.
I'm only used to my machine.
Exactly.
I played on the DX last night at an arcade in town.
You're telling me.
And I thought it was awful. It was too big. It was too loud. My watch alarm went off and was like, it's a loud environment. You need to get out of it. I was like, what is happening with my life?
I believe it. Now, I mean, I have a 3rd gen at home, so it's completely different.
Oh, yeah.
It has the weight load cell sensors instead of FSRs.
I played on load cells at Andy 457's house last night in socks, and I was like, man, this has a little more bounce than my pad. I kind of like it. It's a little different, but
it's just different. Every machine is different. So rather than playing the song and probably losing as he expected to, he just opted to not get frustrated and just disqualify himself from this round.
Yeah.
He's moving down to losers. He's still going to compete in the losers round, but that's what happened for that round.